You may recall that in our last catch-up we discussed resilience, which is our capacity to bounce back to a good place from a tough point or a hard time. And we talked about one of the key facets of resilience being our social connectedness. I don't think there's been a time in modern history where connectedness and isolation have been more relevant terms. We get told to socially distance every day in so many ways as the world battles COVID-19 and as people try to juggle working remotely, surviving lockdowns, and missing loved ones and special events. The whole concept of being isolated and alone is more of an issue than ever before. For our remote Australians, isolation is something they know and manage every day of their lives. At Outback Futures, we call them the isolation experts, and there is much they can teach us in this space. But even for them, this last 18 months has often meant an additional layer of isolation on their already remote existence. It's interesting how even though the world of social media and online connection means we can theoretically be connected to other people's lives more than ever before, so many of us are struggling with feeling lonely and disconnected. Sometimes seeing the sanitized and best images of people's lives on social media, or being scrutinized by people according to what you do or don't post, or relying on the media's perspective of the world situation, can impact our perspective on life and our corresponding mood and well-being very powerfully. We used to talk about the 21st century as the time of being more geographically mobile and connected than ever before. But now, people are not seeing family and friends in person for inordinately long periods of time. One of the key things about isolation or loneliness is that it can make you feel like you don't belong or fit in, even if that's not actually the case. And this perception on our part can often undermine our sense of well-being, which in turn impacts our mental health. And part of the challenge with our current world situation is that we have to learn how to be comfortable in our own skin and our own company. And that's not always something we're naturally good at or inclined to want to do. But it's an important part of this equation. We also have to come up with creative ways that may take a little more effort, but will allow us to remain connected and interacting with others, even when distance makes it hard. Establishing a bit of an action plan to stay connected and promote our health and well-being may be a useful strategy for you, and may in fact be necessary, even if it feels like a strange thing to do. A good place to start is by doing a bit of an audit on your current social relationships and activities. Ascertain where you have good connection and what are the areas or parts of your life where good connection is missing or is being missed. Once you have a sense of where you need to target your energy, here are a few tips to try. 1. Consider reaching out and connecting with friends and associates from your past. 2. Pick up the telephone and call someone you've been thinking about. 3. Find a comfortable tech platform to reach out to a friend or a family member. WhatsApp, FaceTime, something different. And schedule in a Connect happy hour once a week with someone. It doesn't have to go for an hour. 4. Begin exercising with a friend or a family member. 5. Make an effort to engage with a neighbour on a regular basis. And 6. Reach out to someone in the community or your workplace who you know is alone or struggling.